Hello and welcome to my review of the Space Marines Primaris Invader ATV. One of these ATVs will set you back £26.50. It is an easy to build, push to fit miniature. Quite a strange direction that they've gone in with this, however it does pay off somewhat. So the first thing we'll do is we'll look at the detail, we'll go through the spare parts, of which there is only one, which is the other weapon option, and then we'll go through all of the size comparisons and of course the rules. So without further ado, let's have a look at the detail on this model. It is a kind of Marmite model, you either love it or hate it. It's not as bad as the Invicta warsuit, but this bit here with this just makes it look like a Mario Kart. It just does. I'm guessing they could have changed this area, have a canopy on it, or make the shield area bigger, put some guards on the wheels. I mean, you've got guards on the back of the wheels. You know, at this rate, when this is trudging through mud and things, definitely if it has to reverse quickly, all of the debris and mud is going to, you know, cake them all. They're going to have to wash their power arm. The bolters sit really low, too low. That's going to be, forget arrow to the knee, this will be a bolt shell to the knee, definitely. I think the turret, it's all right. I would prefer it on to the side rather than directly above. I can't get on with it really, just the look of it. I think it's better though than if they did like an assault bike, if they had an outrider with a Primaris on the side and a sidecar. I think, well, we haven't really moved forward, have we? Sometimes I do question GW's progress because I think it's sometimes step forward, two steps back. But I'm pleased that in a way they've gone in a different direction other than already trodden on ground, if that makes sense. Anyway, it's got this funky aerial thing. Not sure if this Primaris has to turn to the right much, if that breaks off, or if it just bends. Who knows? This model just asks more questions than it gives answers. There's only so much you can tell yourself in the science fiction universe, but hey, sometimes there are models and units that come along that question you more. But one cool thing is these wheels kind of like are a bit bendy, and whenever I set it down it kind of feels like they've got some suspension, so there is that at least. Okay, so let's have a look at the spare parts, of which you only get one, and that's the Onslaught Gatling cannon. You can pop that on there, you can pop these hands off of the weapon, they just push to fit in there. However, that means you're going to have them push to fit on the Space Marine itself. You can't take these off whilst also having those glued. So the arms, so if you want to hot swap the weapon, you're going to have to leave the arms unglued and leave this turret. Furthermore, one of the reasons why I didn't do that is you can't move the turret. You know, if they had push to fit hip, then he could move his hip and move the turret, I'm thinking. But no, it's just forward, which means that if you are going to get a second one, it's going to look exactly the same. Nothing you can really do about it. And if you get multiples, they're all going to look like they're statues or they're twins. So this model definitely doesn't work if you're going to buy multiples of them. That being said, neither does the Outrider squad. However, if they do release a multi-part Outrider box set, I'm sure there are going to be a few options there. So that's the detail and the spare part for the Invader ATV. Let's have a look at a few size comparisons. Firstly, I want to compare it to sort of an Outrider bike, I guess you'd call it, which is the Primaris Chaplain. Lots more detail on this Chaplain model. Yes, he's pricey at £29. You know, he's more than the ATV, but he is so cool, and if and when GW release the Primaris Outrider box set, then he's gonna look amazing leading your bikers. This ATV just looks a bit strange without a base. I guess they could have put some kind of base, but yeah, they didn't choose to for this one. It's a strange one. Anyway, so that's how it stacks up next to an Outrider. It's going to look a bit smaller than them because it's not on that base that just bumps its height up. Compared to a normal Space Marine and Primaris, along with Sly Marbo, we might as well compare it to the Firestrike servo turret while we're here. It is, remember the Firestrike turret is cheaper, but yeah, even a base a bit bigger than this base, like the next step up, it probably could have squeezed onto. So there you go. That's the size of it compared to them. The Primaris on the back is yeah, same size as normal Primaris. So the dimensions work at least. Okay, this is my part of the review where I will go through all of the rules for the Space Marine Primaris Invader ATV. Would you like to take a guess at which section you'll find them in? Yeah, you've guessed it correctly, it's fast attack section. Now, it is a power points cost of a 4 or a points cost of 80. If you choose the multi-melter, then that's an extra 5 points, and that's 85 points. Just as a comparison, an attack bike costs you 45 with 10 points for the multi-melter, so it's 55 points. So to get the kind of Primaris equivalent, it's costing you 30 points more. Now, how does it perform? Well, its stat line reads, it's a movement of 14 inches, weapon skill 3+, ballistic skill 3+, strength 4, toughness 5, 8 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership 7, and a save of 3+. It's pretty much exactly the same stat line as a normal Outrider squad, but just double the wounds, which is what you'd expect. Comparing it to the attack bite squad, the attack bite squad has half the number of wounds at only 4, and half the number of attacks at 2, but same speed, same ballistic skill, same save. Now, this unit contains 2 models. It has a power rating of 8. If this unit contains 3 models, it has a power rating of 12. Every model is equipped with bolt pistol, onslaught Gatling cannon, twin auto bolt rifle, frag grenades, and crack grenades. So there you go, it comes with that onslaught Gatling cannon, but then you have to pay a little bit extra for the multi-melter. And that means that you can have 3 in one choice. You can have 9 in your army. So you've got the bolt pistols, which work as normal. You've got the frag grenades and crack grenades, which work as normal. Now, it's also equipped with the twin auto bolt rifle, which is a 24-inch range, assault 6, strength 4, AP 0, and a damage of 1. That's interesting because it's morphed from the Outrider squad, which is a rapid fire 2. It's reduced its range though to 24 inches. However, it's bumped up its number of shots and the type to assault 6. It's an odd one because what that means is if you're riding around in your Outrider squad with this thing's going to be shorter range. So just bear that in mind, that this thing is going to have to be right at the front to get in range. Now, the main weapon though, which is the main reason why you'd bring it along, is either the multi-melter or the onslaught Gatling cannon. So the multi-melter is a range 24-inch, heavy 2, strength 8, AP -4, and a damage of D6. Each time an attack made with this weapon targets a unit within half range, that attack has a damage characteristic of D6 + 2. So that's quite horrific, nice to get 2 shots. The other weapon, the onslaught Gatling cannon, it's a 24-inch range, so still the same. Heavy 8, strength 5, AP -1, and a damage of 1. That's all right, you know, you're getting your 8 shots at the ballistic skill 3. It's a good strength, you know, the AP's -1. It's a good horde killer, especially if you combine it with the twin auto bolt rifle, because they're both the same range. You're going to be pumping out 14 shots, very decent, and you can keep whizzing around at the movement of 14 inches with that. However, you know, using the heavy weapon, you're going to be reducing 1 to your ballistic skill. So bear that in mind. War gear options, any number of models can each have their onslaught Gatling cannon replaced with 1 multi-melter. Abilities, Angels of Death, Turbo Boost. Each time this unit advances, do not make an advance roll. Instead, until the end of the phase, add 6 inches to the move characteristics of models in this unit. Raven Wing. If this unit is from the Dark Angels chapter or one of its successor chapters, it has the Raven Wing keyword. And Explodes. Each time a model in this unit is destroyed, roll 1d6 before removing it from play. On a 6, it explodes, and each unit within 3 inches suffers 1 mortal wound. Faction keywords: Imperium, Adeptus Astartes, Biker, Primaris Invader ATV squad. So there you go. It's a model that I don't think we necessarily needed. However, I understand why Games Workshop have kind of gone one up with the Outrider squad and given them you know, like an ATV to bomb around in, much like the normal Space Marines have had their attack bike for a number of years. And they've incorporated both the new rules with the multi-melter, but also their, it seems time and time again, the Primaris only onslaught Gatling cannon. Whereas the attack bike still has access to the multi-melter and is a much cheaper option. And let's be honest, you can also take the attack bike within the same fast attack choice of a normal bike squad, whereas the Outrider squad, you cannot do that. it has to be a separate fast attack choice. So if you're running an army like the Raven Wing or White Scars or another fast attack focused Space Marine army, that's another fast attack selection that's taken away from your chart by having to spend 2 on kind of like a similar biker unit. So there you go. What do you guys think of the Primaris Invader ATV? Is it what Space Marines needed? Did we really need one of these, or would it have been fine just to keep with the Outrider unit? Let me know what you think and share it with us all in the comments. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.